What's going on, everybody? This is Daniel Harms with the RGR Football Channel. Welcome back. I hope you all had a great, fantastic 4th of July weekend. If you're new, even if you're not new, if you're watching this, you haven't really done it yet, make sure you hit that like, hit the bell, and the sub notification. All of those help us. They help you continue to get the best Chiefs news out there. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the Chiefs news or lack thereof that has been over the past couple of weeks heading into the real dead spot. Now, I expected and expect the Orlando Brown Jr. contract to be done by the first week of July. This is currently what I meant by the first full week of July. We've heard nothing. Not a peep, not a little information, not a tidbit, no, nothing. We know that the Chiefs are really, really good at keeping these things under wraps. We know with his Orlando Brown's new reputation, that he representative, not reputation, representative, that he's trying to keep things under wraps, trying to get paid as well. I don't believe the Chiefs want to do that. I think that they do want to keep him in Kansas City, but not what he's looking for. So it's going to be interesting. This is going to come down to the wire. I don't believe that he's going to sit out. I used to believe that. I thought it was a possibility. I have yet since changed my opinion on that. I don't think that he can realistically do that if he plans to play in Kansas City this season. Either it's going to be on the tag or it's going to be with that new contract. I expect, like I said, this is Tuesday. I expect it to get done at some point this week. I'm hoping this Friday news dump after the 4th of July weekend and everything kind of just lets it all self-play out. We know that the Chiefs need a left tackle. We know that the Chiefs currently also need a right tackle. We assume Darian Kennard's going to be in the mix there. Assume Andrew Wiley right now, Lucas Niang, those three guys are currently vying for that spot. If they go into the season without a permanent guy at right tackle, a permanent guy at left tackle, because Orlando has decided to hold out a little bit whether or not, there's going to be a little bit of panic. There's going to be a little bit of intrigue in the training camp, more so around the offensive line than we've seen in a very, very long time since the Chiefs got rid of Mitchell Schwartz, got rid of Eric Fisher. So just keep an eye on all of that. Let's talk about one of, in my opinion, one of the most important storylines of this season for Kansas City. You draft George Karlaftis in the first round, okay? He's been training with Bobby Stroop, not based off of Patrick Mahomes' recommendation. He's been doing it on his own. That is a very big positive for me. Someone who, was more criticized. I criticized his tape more than a lot of people did, and I didn't like the pick a lot as much people did, but coming into the draft season, he lost 10 to 15 pounds. He has been working on his own mobility, so he understands that it is a big part of his game that he needs to improve. And as much as you possibly can improve that, the one guy that I think is equipped to be able to improve flexibility and angles and understanding how to use what's at your disposal is Bobby Stroop. So there's going to be a lot of change, a lot of technique issues. He's going to be learning a lot of different techniques, a lot of new things. And obviously, we know he's going to be a hard worker. Like, that's just always been his game. That's one of the most talked about points of not just his game, but his tape and his personality. So always hope for him. He is the only Chiefs rookie to be projected on Chad Bruder's NFL.com all rookie team. So he is currently slated to be among the best at that position, specifically at defensive end for these Chiefs rookies. So I'm hoping a lot of it goes into that. There's going to be a lot of things that happen with George Karlaftis this year. If the Chiefs defense has a shot of not only getting to the quarterback, but having a true 3-level defense that's younger, it's better, it's faster, that they can finally get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker in terms of less accurate throws, not just getting it out quickly because they're going right to where they want to. Getting to that quarterback, getting some of those pressures, getting some of those hits. George Karlaftis is going to be a key for that. Also, recently, we have seen Skyy down in Texas with Patrick Mahomes working. He's clearly going to be ready for training camp, nursing that hamstring injury. He and McCole Hardman had some nicks here with the hamstring, the soft tissue injuries. Those things come up in the OTAs. Obviously, they're going to not even risk continuing having some of those continue to happen. They don't want to worry about it on the field. So he's working with Patrick Mahomes. We've seen the video. We've seen the clip of him doing it. I'm hoping to see Skyy continue to have more of these offseason clips, and I can't wait to see him in training camp. He's probably one of the guys I'm looking forward to seeing most in training camp, along with Trent McDuffie. I need to see those two guys specifically. I think they're going to be huge other keys on the offense and the defense. want to see how fast they are, how they've adapted to the NFL, how they're going to go up against each other, because I think that's even more of a fun aspect to watch. Two rookies really trying to establish themselves in the NFL, get to go against each other in training camp. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see it training camp this year. The last news topic we are going to talk about is an area of weakness that used to be for Kansas City. The linebacker core was one of the most frustrating, one of the most... There's not really a word in my dictionary, my vocabulary, that I can say on this specific video about what the linebacker core used to give me, the ulcers that it creates in my stomach thinking about Anthony Hitchens. My film review, I'm just going to tell you, tomorrow my film review is going to be a revisit for the Buffalo Bills divisional game, not only about how awesome that game was, but some of the things that are in that game that the Chiefs are going to use this season without Tyreek Hill, how they're going to change the dynamics of the offense and how they can continue to grow as a team just by looking at that one game. But when I watched it, going back, you see the multitude of times Anthony Hitchens is overrunning Devin Singletary, who's not the most explosive guy in the world. Okay? That's the frustrating part. These linebackers over the past couple of years have been just not very good. They're unathletic. They have been downhill that want to be thumpers that don't really hit very hard. Anthony Hitchens was the only guy that really used to do it at a more consistent level. You have Ben Neiman, who doesn't know how to play. Never mind. He knows how to play. He just physically can't be there. Dorian O'Daniel, who's never really done anything outside of get to the running backs out of the backfield and spy quarterbacks. Reggie Ragland's of the past. Like all of these different linebackers, Dan Sorensen, these guys are gone. They're gone. This new linebacker core has been ranked, yes, it's PFF, but still, has been ranked as one of the top 10 in the NFL. It's young, it's new, it's faster, it's going to be different. They're more athletic at linebacker than they've been in years. They have invested top day 2 draft picks 3 years in a row at linebacker, okay? Willie Gay, Nick Bolton, Leo Chenal. They saw a true weakness in their defense, and it wasn't just in the defensive front, it wasn't just in the back half. It is linebacker. I truly believe that having a successful defense starts in today's NFL with a linebacker core that you can trust to be in multiple facets, in multiple positions, in multiple defenses, whether it's 4-3, nickel, dime. It doesn't matter. You have to have guys on the field that can execute. Up until this year, the past years, they haven't had that. This is going to be a completely different Chiefs defense than we've seen in the past. It's going to be led by two young, more so athletic than in the past, and Nick Bolton and Willie Gay adding in Leo Chenal and some other guys as well. It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast. They're going to be hitting guys. I'm hoping that Nick Bolton's attitude and his tackling ability rubs off on everybody because he's going to be the leader of this defense. He's going to be the green dot. Going to have to continue. If you guys missed it last week, I did a Nick Bolton film review. It's up there on the RGR channel. Make sure you check that out. But to close out this whole thing, there are going to be a lot of new things in Kansas City this year. This is the first what you would call mini rebuild that the Chiefs have had. It's new offense. It's a lot new guys in the back end on defense. It's going to start to look a lot different than we've seen over the past couple of years. And the biggest continuation that we've seen from last year to this year is going to be the offensive line. That is the one constant. And Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Travis Kelce. This season is going to shape what the Chiefs of the future look like for the next 5 to 7 years with Patrick Mahomes. They're going to obviously move on from Travis Kelce in that time, in 5 to 7 years. Whenever that's going to be, that's going to happen eventually. You're going to have to find someone for that. But right now, this season, this 2022 season, the Chiefs are entering really uncharted waters with Patrick Mahomes. They've never had to play without Tyreek Hill, ever. It's a big safety net. Travis Kelce's a huge safety net, but Tyreek Hill was a huge safety net. Let's be honest about that. He's gone. This is going to be a new offense. It's going to be a new defense. It's going to look different. All I'm really excited about, and really the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, is seeing how the Chiefs marriage this new age team with the competition that they now have in the AFC West. It's going to be one of the most knockout, drag-down fights in the AFC West that we've seen in years. The Chiefs, the Chargers, the Broncos, I believe even the Raiders will be in there at some point. They did make the playoffs last year. Their defense is still not great, but that offense with Devontae Adams, and now you have Josh McDaniels as the head coach. I think it's going to be more creative. It's going to be better. They're going to be in there as well. This team has a fight on their hands to continue to be dominant players in this AFC and the AFC West itself. So I'm looking forward to it. If you guys would please make sure to hit that like before you leave, it'd be awesome. We would really appreciate it. Make sure you hit the bell and the sub. Next, like I said, tomorrow is going to be the film review of revisiting the divisional game against the Bills. It's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in. Make sure you tune in Thursday night over at Chief in the North with Ryan, Seth, myself. Probably just Seth and myself. Ryan's going to be busy moving. So good luck to Ryan. Make sure you guys wish him good luck on this move. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be finally having a different house. It's going to be different. He's going to have better internet, I would imagine. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tune in. We're going to have everything leading up to training camp. It's coming. It's this month. We're finally here. We are in the last month without football until March. Soak it in. Enjoy it. And remember, you guys, have a great day.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.